Dr. Viswanathan, Dr. Johnson talked about academic flexibility and independence. And academic flexibility is also required for innovation, research, and independent thinking also in universities. Now, Tamil Nadu, when it comes to Tamil Nadu, though it has done wonderfully well in terms of inclusive higher education, but there was a CAG report which talked about even in Madras University, several departments didn't do enough research. And overall also, this is the allegation that the research work is not happening. So my question is, how this government can provide you academic independence? Means you have asked for it. Do you have any structure for it? And how private education institutes can improve in the context of Tamil Nadu? Because Tamil Nadu has a large number of private educational institutes, as we have got from the number, in these two aspects, gaining academic independence and flexibility, and how that can help in improve research and independent thinking.
Good afternoon, everyone. Being in the education sector, I know this is the worst timing possible to address the gathering just before lunch. I don't know how much I can compete with the lamb biryani, but I will try to do so. It is great being back on an India Today stage after a very long time. I thank the management of India Today for inviting me here with this illustrious and very friendly panel. Yes, sir. So coming to the question of Tamil Nadu and education, I think they go hand in hand, a very rich legacy, as you've mentioned. Just wanted to make a statistical point here. In the latest NIRF ranking and the overall institution ranking, 20% of the institutions are from Tamil Nadu. We have to take a lot of pride in it. I'm making this point because I think in the local media coverage, there's not enough importance given to the good work that we are doing. Usually if you see news items related to higher education, it's usually about vacant seats or how the placements are happening, how the placement season is proceeding. That's how, about VC appointment. These are the only topics being discussed. But when compared to the national level, how well we are doing is not usually highlighted. And it's not just the number of institutions. 19 institutions are in the top 100, of which 8 are public, 11 are private. And they come from 11 districts. This is something you cannot find in any other state. You take Karnataka, it will all be in Bangalore. If you take Maharashtra, it will all be concentrated in Bombay, Pune region. If you take UP, it will be near the NCR. So we have a very inclusive growth. When you say 50%, the latest NEP recommends achieving 50% GER by 2035. So we are about 15 years ahead, and as people of Tamil Nadu, we should definitely take pride, and media should throw a lot of attention. So that's why I'm highlighting this point. Going to your question of academic freedom and how we can promote research and the innovation ecosystem through higher education. Given that I come from a university, the academic flexibility part is addressed then and there. We are a deemed university, so we have the autonomy to do what we want with our curriculum, structure, the basic outlines, but we pretty much have a very liberal hand. But that cannot be said with a lot of affiliating colleges. It is, again, in the NEP. The plan of NEP is that slowly the affiliating culture is destabilized, and we have a more autonomous and university-based setup. I'm not sure how that is going to proceed. And as far as research goes, research is something that only as a nation we can promote. If you see any kind of well-developed countries, so you take US and Japan, for example, all very big knowledge economies, and their knowledge economy functions with research as a base. So the government heavily invests in research, and the research is a job market by itself, which we don't usually consider here. By research, we always mean somebody is going and giving up their life. That's the kind of image that one immediately gets when you say about a scientist or a researcher. That's not the case. Everywhere, in every country that is successful in research, they've made it into a very good business model. They pump a lot of money. I think since the late 60s or 70s, there has been recommendation that there should be 6% GDP spending on education and research. We're still in the 3% bracket. I think with the latest budget, it's about 40,000 crores. So only when that increases can we be able to promote research, because internally, whatever institutions, standalone institutions try, we will not be able to do it without a collective effort and a strong policy that that makes this a priority, that making an innovative ecosystem is the priority, and that we will do through education. Unless that is there, I don't think there is anything that standalone institutions can do to achieve better research output.